Sabrina Raven with the Hooliganz Haunted Hangout, and I'm here tonight with Kat. We are in Brunswick, Ohio at Monarch Apothecary. It is a newer store in our personal community. This isn't actually very far from where I reside, so I'm super excited. So I wanted to share it with all of you guys. And so Kat, a little bit about your store, and we're going to get right into questions. If anybody wants address, information on how to contact Kat or come to the store, we're going to do all that at the end. So how long has your store resided? I know it's fairly new.
Yeah, we actually just opened up officially on November 1st of last year.
Okay, so just 4 months maybe?
Yeah, 4
okay.
months.
How's the last 4 months been?
The first couple of months, November was kind of shaky, and then of course Christmas, which everybody's
Busy.
fine at Christmas. And then January and February hit, and it's like, oh my God, what happened?
So did COVID have any effect, or were you already past that?
No, I think
when
we
you
were
guys
pretty
opened?
past it.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Lucky you. So tell us a little bit about your store and the merchandise that it has to offer, the things somebody could find if they're looking for something specific. What can they expect to see when they come here?
Things that are extremely unique.
Perfect. We don't want to see the same
No.
things.
Some of the stuff you will never find in some of the big box stores ever. So, and especially when it's locally handcrafted by some of the Brunswick people around here, which I think is great because you know what? People are tired of ordering from overseas.
Yes, especially with our shipping and ordering issues, and absolutely. So what Kat is mentioning is it's not just merchandise that she is personally buying and bringing into the store. She is also supporting local artists, local crafters. They're bringing their items in here as well. So we'll get more into details on what those items are here in a little bit. But in regards to your business, when did you decide that you wanted to open a business, and when did the idea of a store even come into the picture?
This probably came about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I have been doing herbalism since I was about 13 years old. And I've just been building the knowledge and using it for my own personal
There's a lot.
use and, my kids. I can't
Treating things at home.
Yeah. And I can't remember the last time we went to doctors. Other than when I had children, and that was it.
I live the same lifestyle, same resources. I completely understand.
So, and you know what? I have such an extensive background in herbalism and the knowledge in my head, and I've been Wiccan since right about the same age. And my boyfriend finally said, "Hey, let's put it to some good use." So, and it just kind of meshed. So it was his idea to start a storefront. So, and you know what? I'm tired of paying $8 for an ounce of mint at the grocery store.
It's not fresh.
Yeah, it's been sitting for at least a year, maybe 2, maybe longer, and you get a half ounce for $8. And here it's fresh. Everything stays
see all
double
these.
sealed.
Perfect.
So, and if you only need a teaspoon, why go out and buy this big jar? And it's just going to go to waste. So here we can go in smaller quantities.
So I know how to use these, and I know a lot of our listeners and followers also know, but what about the ones that don't, that are sitting there thinking that we're like seasoning chicken or,
We carry regular spices that are in the grocery store, everything that everybody's familiar with that they use for cooking in their basic kitchen.
your paprikas,
Yes.
your salts, but do you have things that are specifically unique that you wouldn't find at Giant Eagle that just blow your mind that you can even contain? And I think some people might be not naive to, but maybe not educated to some of the other ways that we would use these instead of just making a tea, drinking it because the flavor tastes good.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of things here that are used for supplements. Everything is food grade, USDA approved. It is edible. If it's not and it's poisonous, I won't sell it.
That's good to know.
Yeah. But there's a lot of things that are beneficial here. I mean, we have natural painkillers here. We have things that will boost your immune system naturally instead of actual shots and viruses and boosters and vaccines. Yes. So, and it doesn't feel like your arm's going to fall off for 3 days because you get a shot. So.
Absolutely. So you can do health-based, things with it. You can do medical-based things. You can do just wholesome self-care. If you're drinking the right teas, if you're eating the right things with these herbs and spices, it'll maintain good health, not just lower blood pressures or, like I know cinnamon lowers blood pressure. There are.
It can also be used to treat diabetes in a limited fashion.
So you would be surprised if you do a little bit of homework or even come in and ask Kat questions, how things like this can benefit your life, whether you are Wiccan or pagan or Christian or nothing or anything. It doesn't matter.
Even just people that right now maybe can't get to a doctor and have something simple.
Yeah. So it would be a perfect avenue to come in and get educated on. So Kat, with your business opening up here this last November, tell me a little bit about what it takes to run your business and who's involved in running your business with you.
It takes a lot, and it depends on the space that you have. You may have no space prepared. You could have holes in the wall to fix. You could have to put up walls and make rooms and run electric. And we got kind of lucky because everything was pretty much just the way we wanted it here.
That never happens.
Yeah. And we actually worked out some terms with the landlord because all of the fixtures were still here from the candy shop. So we are allowed to use them, as long as we take care of them and they're still functional, which is great.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it saved us a ton of money on startup. So good.
So you have no employees, you run everything solo, correct?
So far, yes.
So you are opening, you are closing, you are cleaning, you are cashiering, you are inventorying, you are making inventory. What else are things that you're responsible for that people don't even think about?
You might as well add accounting to that at the end of the year because I
Tax
still
prep.
have to do all the prep and the cost basis and what we paid for items we sold them for. I have to keep track of all of it. So, and not only for this company, but for our other company.
And I'm sure marketing.
And marketing.
Promoting.
Yes.
Yeah. So a lot. Do you hope to have employees in the future, or would you like to just single-handedly? Some business owners just want to do it on their own.
I do want to hire at least one other person and possibly this April because our other business is landscaping and I will have to tear myself away from here somehow to dedicate some time to that business also. So I need somebody to come in here who has some kind of knowledge on herbs and spices. If people ask them questions, knowledge about Wiccan, they have to be able to tell apart the gemstones and the crystals and not sit there and say, what's this?
Correct. So I don't know if you guys are hearing this loud and clear, but if there's anybody out there that is maybe local to the Brunswick, Strongsville area, or however you're willing to drive, if you have any knowledge in metaphysical, Wiccan, come talk to Kat if you're looking for something to do here maybe after April. So, how did you come up with Monarch Apothecary as your name?
Oh, that's a That was actually my boyfriend's idea also. My family genealogy was done by one of my aunts.
Okay.
And she went through Ancestry.com and paid a huge fortune to trace our family, which ended up going back to about 542 AD.
Wow.
And we found out that we are related to every English, Welsh, French person of royalty, including Charlemagne
Mhm.
and a couple Holy Roman emperors.
Important bloodline.
So, not that it means a whole lot now,
Mhm.
but it's kind of neat and interesting to go back through the lineage and see, hey, I was related to this jerk. So, we've got a lot of family history in Holy Crusades and, overthrown empires, and all of them were monarchies. So, we kind of took the
advantage of
yes, we took the griffin from the coat of arms and just put Monarch. So it's going to be the parent for any company we start.
That would be a perfect avenue. Very cool. So how did you pick your location? I know I'm not sure if you personally reside in Brunswick, but what made you decide to open your store in Brunswick? We are on Pearl Road, which could be super busy, which is great because Pearl just stretches everywhere in our community.
Well, we knew we wanted Pearl Road because of the high traffic. And the closer you get toward the mall, the more you pay in rent.
And the more stressful with the traffic.
Yes.
Unnecessary traffic.
Yes. So, and we've been looking at some of the land around Brunswick. There's not much left between here and Strongsville that is open for any kind of development. And we found out that there's 2 developments going in right across the street from this plaza. So we jumped on it, and it's going to start getting busier and busier as time goes on through here.
Yeah. So to make it clear to you guys, we are on Pearl Road. What is it? 303 is up here?
Yeah.
And if you're heading down in the opposite direction, you're heading towards Strongsville. So Drake, really? Pearl and Drake, and between Pearl and 303.
There's Boston, Drake, and then you have Shermer, you have Lunn, and 82
Hickory
eventually.
Ridge Movie Theater is just around the corner, so it's a great opportunity to head down through the community, see a movie, stop at the store. So it's a nice little strip. So I'm pretty sure everyone that's listening to us can be like, I know exactly where that is, because that's a pretty prime area.
And we have Mapleside right up the road too.
Yes, and in the summer they have all their live music, so yeah, perfect. It'd be a great opportunity when you go to Mapleside and realize the parking is terrible and you want to do something else, you can come see Kat. So Kat, here in the near future, every business when it starts out for the first year, it's got its ups and downs, but long term, 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, what are you thinking or hoping? Like, what are your dreams for the store? If everything went perfect, where will it be? Yes.
Perfectly, we'd like to open a second location. Not necessarily in Brunswick, which anything's a possibility, but a smaller store where it will just be herbs and spices and blended teas, and start a small tea shop also.
That'd be great. I miss Tijuana and the malls and all that.
So I'm sure we could do it here. This was an FDA-approved kitchen at one time.
Okay.
But
you definitely have a space.
It's so big that I think it would be uncomfortable for a lot of people. Something smaller and more controllable and containable would be better suited.
Space. Yeah, better space for that particular. Yeah. So what do you do for marketing and promoting for the store?
Oh my God. Everything I can. We have an account with Yelp, which is great. We have Google, the free business account. We're on Instagram, and we monopolize Facebook.
That's what it's there for.
Probably members of probably 30 or 40 different groups, and we abide by the rules of the group and post once a week. Nothing offensive, but
I admin most of those groups, so.
Yeah. haven't done any vendor shows yet.
Mhm.
The season when we opened was coming to an end.
Mhm.
They really don't have a lot of venues in the wintertime.
No, not in Ohio.
Yeah, a lot of them are outdoors,
Mhm.
and wintertime in Ohio is not
Ask
very
Google.
conducive. The
Right.
internet is a wonderful tool.
Yes, yes, and they actually do have a lot of herb apps just
Yes.
right there at your fingertips. So, have you ever ran a business before?
I have. I had an online bookstore from like
Really?
1992 to about 2002. And 2 of those years was actually a retail store. I specialized in first editions.
Really? I have a
So-
first edition Edgar Allan Poe set that I love to death. So I understand the love for old books, for sure. That sometimes seems to be something that we're losing, so it's a little sad and interest with people, you know.
Yeah.
So it's nice to run into somebody that still kind of has that. Did you have a favorite first edition book when you were doing this? So I'm sure you kept it if so.
I kept probably about 120 books. I still have them. And they were my most valuable. The one that stands out in my mind I had ever since I was a child, and it was White Side.
Really?
And yeah, it's worth quite a lot of money.
Oh, I bet.
So, but I've kept it all these years.
Did you ever get into like redoing them and rebinding them and those types of things? I see some book lovers do that. It looks way beyond complicated.
It is. I've actually fixed books and bindings, and it is way complicated and very time consuming.
I bet. Oh yeah, absolutely. So some of these things that I'm looking at in your store, and we're gonna walk everybody around to look at things, but you have a big variety of things.
Yes.
You know, you can walk into a store and it is a clothing store, or you can walk into a store and it is a home decor store, or food. But as I'm looking around your store, I'm seeing shoes, I'm seeing outfits, I actually came in right before the holidays and bought my mom 2 sweaters. So, and then I bought candles. So it's, I don't even want to say a hosh posh because that sounds unorganized and it's clearly not. But it's like a fresh I can't talk today.
Breath of fresh air.
Thank
There
you.
go.
Because it's fully entertaining. You can come over here and look at one thing. You can come look at house decor. You can come look at spices. You can look at herbs and jewelry and more. I'm just listing off some things to give an example. But that is unique. And I think that's what would make a place entertaining. I can go into a place and go, I'm overlooking at whatever the topic of the store is
Yeah.
and leave. But here I can say I'm over that and just shift.
Right. Pretty much
So-
the only thing that I don't carry is toys, which I hope to actually remedy soon because I'd like to get maybe some craft kits
Oh, really?
in here for
Okay.
kids,
Mhm.
and I have a friend, one of my people that bring in pottery for us, suggested doing like just a small station of beads and jewelry and
String
stuff.
necklaces.
Yeah, and the kids can just entertain themselves, and if their parents see that they're interested in it, maybe they'll get it for them. That they're actually not in mom's hair while she's shopping or whatever. They're entertained.
And there are a lot of kids, whether they are everyday kids, kids on the spectrum, that's great hand-eye coordination to sit there and get a child to do that. And then yes, the more entertained they are, the more likely mom is just glad she's got a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
And we try to play pretty conservative music in here. It's a
So
lot
we
of
are here
country.
behind
It's
the
very-
counter with Kat at Monarch Apothecary. So Kat, tell us a little bit about what you're doing in the community. There are other businesses that you're kind of working with. What do you guys have going on?
We will be co-sponsoring a local haunted house this fall for Drake Carpenter.
He's local here in
Yes.
So Drake is local here out of Brunswick, Ohio. He runs a local home haunt currently. It is here in Brunswick also. It is the Underworld Haunt. If you didn't have the opportunity to check it out last year, you are out of luck. You missed out on something super fun. I was there acting. Some other local people were there acting. We are going to be continuing next year, although he is expanding. I don't know how many more years. The opportunity of seeing the underworld haunt in Brunswick, you're going to have. For sure, Drake is going to end up moving this somewhere and doing a full-blown haunted attraction out of it. So to have the opportunity to see it while it is local in Brunswick at a home haunt, I would definitely, recommend doing. And then he's going to be promoting Kat. Kat's going to be letting everybody know about the haunt. So everybody in this community seems to work together to keep everybody afloat. So I want to share with you guys, out of everything in the store that Kat works with other artists and things that she is purchasing online to have as inventory, these are her own creations that she is currently working on and selling in the store, and they have been a huge hit, right?
Very.
Tell us about them.
We just, and this is the limited stock we have left.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. We've done some bigger pieces. We've done a commission piece, and they've all sold right away.
What do you think is appealing people to them?
Their uniqueness, because I mean, you can get these from eBay or Amazon, but they're very run-of-the-mill, and they're all identical, and all from China.
Yes, yes. So I don't know if everybody has a huge knowledge on their metaphysical aspects, but these are on different bases. So you have your amethyst, and what is this one?
This is chalcedony.
And I personally like this is a good shape for this particular, tree. But there are different purposes. How do we explain this? Different purposes behind different kinds of rocks, minerals, herbs. And then when you put them together, they create magical energy.
Yes, it depends on the gemstones you're using, the bases you're using. This one in particular is citrine and amethyst, and yellow and purple is a great color scheme anyways.
It is. Complements each other. It
So,
does.
and the clear quartz, and it's got some aquamarine at the base, and this was citrine and red coral on rainbow jasper.
So if you guys want like great energy in your house, something in your office, something on your nightstand, these are perfect. You'll have to come in and grab one. What do you say it takes you to make one of these? This one, for example, how much time do you put into
This one took about a week. This one maybe a couple days. This one about a week. Bigger pieces can take up to a month.
Wow. So you sit down with your wire and you just start cutting and spinning, and your fingers feel amazing when you're done.
Yeah. You know, I'm picking super glue out of my hair.
The dedication, the tears, the sweat that goes into it.
The fumes from the glue are just atrocious.
Well, I bet you don't sell them for nearly enough for the effort that you put into them, but they are amazing and they're beautiful. Thank you.
So, and we try to keep them all unique. Nothing is the same. And we can do custom orders with certain gemstones. We can do custom bases. We can do combinations. We can do chakra trees.
Oh, that would be great. If you guys aren't familiar with chakras, they're different points in your body and they come in different colors. So your chakra colors like green, blue, orange, yellows. So she'd be able to make a tree that represented all the chakras, and yep, that's pretty neat as well. Thank you for sharing these with us, Kat. And you guys would need to hop in and grab one of these. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we can definitely do custom pieces. Like if you're a Reiki master, we can do one in just rose quartz for healing.
Wow. That'd be great even for a massage therapist, chiropractor's office, primary care, anybody holistic, or just at home, you know? organic side, maybe getting vendor days in here, having,
Yes.
do you want to tell everybody a little bit about some
4
of
to
those
5
ideas?
ladies right now that would be willing to come up here. We have plenty of space to do it.
You do.
You're not going to get rained on.
Or
Your stuff's
frozen.
not going to blow away.
Mhm.
So, and if people need something,
While they're here.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out. If you guys are interested in having tarot card readings, psychic readings, or being a tarot card reader or a psychic at this event, reach out to Kat. Tons of room in here. It is huge. Tons of space, and most of these vendor fairs are located outside. So this time of year, it would be golden to do that, and it's a great environment to get that done in. So if people want to reach you, Kat, how can they go about finding you? I'm sure you have several avenues. Do you want to share all those avenues with us before we wrap up?
well,
So we are looking at Monarch Apothecary's online website, which is super pulled together. Do you want to, and how somebody could place an order, what all is on here?
right now this showcases most of our inventory, herbs and spices. Now,
Awesome. I was going to talk about them. They're sitting right on the other
Yeah.
side of you.
the different kind of spell jars that we have available. If we get new products in, we will.
Nice
They
site.
are actually linked to each specific page.
Perfect.
Stock of any one particular thing, it will be noted on our website as soon as it's out of stock. So we update it daily.
So it's real time. That she is making. A lot of these are sold, as I mentioned to you. They are a hot commodity. She is having a heck of a time keeping them on the shelves. So these are some of the unique ones that
Or even see.
right.
This one was just picked up. This was a commission piece, a
Crescent
crescent
moon.
moon with rainbow moonstone gems.
So if any of these kinds of come in or call the store and talk to her, and just because something no longer exists doesn't mean that she can't magically fix that.
This one was done.
That's gorgeous. That was a pretty hefty size.
It was. This is about 15 inches wide.
Yeah.
So, and right around a foot tall, and on an amethyst base, and half amethyst.
That's
So
beautiful.
it was finished just in time for Valentine's Day.
And then gone.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a great website. A different county, in a different state, in a different country. You're definitely not going to be left out of the loop. You can still participate in checking out all these items and helping support Kat's. Real quick, that Kat was talking about. Perfect size. Tell us a little about them. You personally make these, right?
Yes. We had a woman coming in, one or two, and
Here's the logo.
we put our logo on each one, and we support our local businesses. So, printing partners in this.
Perfect.
So they actually did our temporary banner, the Griffin logo, exactly how they wanted it. It was perfect. So,
We have some printing jobs that.
So, but we have about 9 different scents, and we have one sugar scrub.
What is your most popular scent that you have been selling?
Lavender.
Oh.
That's the last one I have.
Really? Oh yeah, that smells absolutely amazing. Wow. These are all natural. They're coconut oil, shea butter. I would remove your aches, remove your pains, help you sleep, help you rest, help you stay awake, whatever the scent is. These are great. You guys are really missing out if you're not checking these out. So one unique are these peppers down here. Kat has a huge pepper collection. Tell us about this. Why are they here? What do people come in and get them for? They are just super cool.
Very many. A lot of people will come in and do who can eat the hottest chili competitions, which these are kind of good for that. If you're a glutton for punishment. In the world here, Carolina Reaper.
So it's what the numbers that are on them are rating their heat level, right?
That's the Scoville heat units. Actually, 15 of those would be death.
Wow.
Nobody can get past.
My
one or
home over
two.
the recent holiday season took on the chip challenge. I don't know. It is supposed to be the hottest potato chip. 3 men in my family split this potato chip, and all of them were almost throwing up. It was amazing. It was hilarious. So
It goes from the hottest and goes down in heat units the further down you go. So the first 6 I would never recommend eating.
Humans.
The rest of these, like the Serranos, the Japones, the Aji Amarillos, can all be used in whatever chili competitions and cook-offs. They can be used for those.
Great barbecue sauce. We do have like upcoming barbecue season is kicking back in, so this is definitely where you want to come. Make your buddies grow some hair on their chest.
Yeah.
And then here we have our teas, right? This is probably one of my favorite parts. I am a tea. What I feel like I need or want. And looks like you have everything here to make your own.
We could. We prefer not to. I do a couple teas. We have the Medicine Ball tea, the Jade Citrus Mint, which we're out of both right now. We have a bedtime tea, which I herbal chai. A lot of these we get shipped in just because it's better to deal with something that's already been FDA stuff.
Right. Well, I can understand that, and I'm sure all your customers appreciate that.
Yeah. But we have green, black, fruit tea. So we even have a coffee.
A coffee tea?
Yeah. It smells great. And there's 0 caffeine.
I gotta check this out. Wow. I'd be curious to try that out. So now that everybody sees how awesome the store is and the variety of things that they can address, how can they find you on social media? Let everybody
Social media, definitely on Facebook. We are under Monarch Apothecary LLC. On Yelp. We are on Google. We have our own website, which is monarchapothecaryllc.com.
So definitely hop on the website or call up at the store and shop, support local artists, support the local craft, support Kat and her family. Sabrina Raven, Kat, Monarch Apothecary. Check us out at the Hooliganz Haunted Hangout.